Are we at war?
We don't know his name. Money, weapons, intel. He's planning something.
Sergeant McTavish, welcome to the City of Souls. There are few here to uphold the law, and many of those who resist corruption disappear.
Hello everyone, this is Eagle and welcome back in a new game review. This time we will be reviewing the brand new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I wanna say that I was so excited that I actually pre-ordered the game, which is something I don't usually do. So today I am going to review the game and I hope that I can cover all the aspects related to it. So let's start. Game concept. As the previous title of Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2 features all the famous characters in the series, such as Captain Price and his Task Force 141. But this time it provides deeper connection to the game characters and it adds new faces in the process, such as the Mexican Colonel Alejandro, which quickly rose to become one of the favorite characters in the game. The game, as usual, has a campaign story as well as a PvP multiplayer. The campaign story is a classic propaganda story, where the fighting goes against the so-called terrorists, and of course features US and its Western allies as the only good guys in the universe, while all others are bad and evil. And by everybody, I actually mean everybody. The story starts with the assassination of Iranian general called Jobrani, which actually looks 100% like the Iranian general Qasem Soleimani in reality, which was killed almost the same way by US and its allies in 2020. So the story of the game actually starts from here, by hunting his Iranian deputy, which is involved with some drug gang in Mexico to facilitate his hostile activity in US, as he wants to revenge the murder of his general. So at this point, you would probably guess that all the enemies should speak Farsi. Well, guess what? They are not. They all speak Arabic. The funny thing that even the group which is led by the Iranian guy that you are fighting the whole game chose the weirdest Arabic name for themselves. They literally call themselves the Killers. Or if you get into the accurate Arabic translation, the word actually means the murderers. And just to add some extra spice to the game, then of course the bad Russians had to be involved as well. However, all of these people, in the minds of Call of Duty creators, are not smart enough to plan all those bad plots by themselves. So there must be this American guy, who is of course the mastermind behind all of this scheme. That's when General Shepard and Captain Graves comes into play. Anyway, and regardless of the silly political messages that the game is trying to send, the story itself is very weak and lacks coherence. The story also lacks creativity, as it is almost a twisted reboot of the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare. As for the multiplayer, although the game presents different modes, the concept of some of these modes looks quite similar. For example, if you choose to play Ground War or Invasion mode, you will still going to end up fighting some close quarters battles, which what all previous Call of Duty versions is all about. The only difference between these two modes and Prisoner Rescue mode is that you get to use some vehicles like APCs and armor cars, which is also found to be very limited. The real addition to the multiplayer in the game would be the third-person mode, which looked really fun. There is also cooperative missions, which you can play with another player through the matchmaking system. These co-ops missions are actually quite challenging, so you will really need to do proper coordination with your teammate. The game also promised to launch the Battle Royale Warzone 2.0, which will be free to play on 16th of November. Overall, I think Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 did not offer much when it comes to the game concept, and does not deserve more than 5 in this category. Gameplay. As usual, in any Call of Duty game, you point your gun and shoot the bad guys. However, in some missions, the game this time tried to provide different type of experience, such as controlling Ghost in a tactical mission, or jumping over trucks and taking over them using the GTA style. The game also added a new style similar to survival games, where in some missions you can scavenge tools from surrounding environment and create weapons out of them. The single-player experience also focuses more on doing most of the fighting alone most of the time, compared to other Call of Duty games where you get lots of assistance from the AI soldiers. It's also worth to mention that the AI of the allies would need some improvement as well. Having said that, many missions of the game sound quite repetitive from previous game titles, such as the AC-130 gunship mission or the sniper mission, where Captain Price and Gaz recreate the same scene from the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Such scenes, while being remembered as an iconic and great in previous titles, they lose their importance and value each time they are recreated in my opinion. In multiplayer, just as previous Call of Duty titles, the more you advance your level and gain more XPs, the more you will be able to get lots of customizations and perks. You can also acquire more operators, which are basically new soldiers that you can play with. There is also an in-game store, where you can take shortcuts and buy bundles that will help you with whatever customizations you like to have. Overall, I would give the gameplay 6 out of 10 in this category. Learning curve. While there is no dedicated training missions, as usual the game offers lots of guidance during the gameplay, which makes it easy to grasp the concept of the gameplay, even for those who had never played the game before. There are also 5 difficulty modes. Recruit, which is the easiest and it's just for beginners or people that just want to enjoy the story. Regular, which is equal to normal mode, and it's not too hard and not too easy. Then you have the hardened and the veteran settings, which require some crazy skills to be able to play using these modes. If all of this is not enough for you, then you have the realism mode. Tagged, you will never survive, but you can only unlock this mode if you complete the whole campaign story in one of the other mentioned modes. Only then you can test your abilities in realism mode. Overall, I would rate the game 8 out of 10 in this category. Game physics. I would say that the main focus and advantage of this version of Call of Duty is the graphics and sound system. The visuals, effects, and characters feel so realistic, and the gunfight is really amazing and provide great gameplay. The game has invested a lot in putting real faces to the characters, using real actors to play the roles. Having said that, the representation of armored or vehicle gameplay feels neglected and not well done, especially in multiplayer. Playing with an ABC or armored cars feels less authentic than they should be. It's also worth to mention that the game does not implement destruction of surrounding environment, such as similar games in the category like Battlefield. Overall, I would rate the game as 8.5 out of 10 in this category. Price and support. When it comes to bugs, we have encountered quite few. Some of them are in the game rendering physics and some are related to the AI. However, we can say that these are quite few and can be neglected, as they don't impact the whole gameplay experience. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is definitely a new step in the Call of Duty franchise. However, whether this step is a forward step or a step back will be a big topic and subject to big debate among the fans of this game. As a AAA game, the game price does not get any cheaper. After all, the devs need to pay their bills. But does the game really offer value for the money? We will leave the answer of this question to the fans, but with a weak story narrative and repetitive recreated missions, I think that the game failed to provide the anticipated authentic experience that previous titles were able to provide. Overall, I would rate the game 6 out of 10. Let us know what you think in the comments section. I hope that this review was informative and thanks for watching. See you in future reviews.